whenever we want whenever we want to use CSS, then we have to write our own classes. But if you use Bootstrap, so then we need not to provide our own properties. We'll take care by the Bootstrap API. So just we have to use those classes and we can do it so colorfully. But earlier, so we need to write one class. So inside that, we have to write different properties for making good styles, right? But now onwards, so these classes will provided by the Bootstrap. So that's why, so Bootstrap is CSS related framework. Okay, so by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we can use it internally, but especially we are more focusing on styles purpose. Okay, and moreover, whenever we have to use Bootstrap, so it is responsive, so we can develop responsive websites, and also mobile first approach, so related websites. Okay, it will more focus on mobile related things. Okay, so we know, so the main advantage are responsive web design and cross browser support. Earlier, if you write CSS, then we need to take care about each and every browser. But coming to the now, so Bootstrap will take care by the cross browser, WebKit, Opera. So what is that? Mozilla. These things we should not take care. We'll take care by the Bootstrap. So one more is easy to understand. If you want, we can customize it. So what is customization? I will explain. But here, so responsive web design, cross-browser support, and so easy to understand and easy to customize. So for example, Bootstrap has given one class. Okay, for example, we have discussed one div. So we have two types of containers, right? So let me write down class equal to container. So if you want to write some styles in the CSS level, then we need to take care about container. So some container we have to provide some width. If you want, we can provide the font size, font family. If you want to do something CSS related properties, we need to write it. But Bootstrap internally will provide these properties, and if you use container, so those properties we can get it easily. Okay, if you want to see practically, then I will show you that CSS file. So this is the actual CDN, right? CDN means content delivery network. Guys, please mute your mics. So whenever we want to find out the container here, see, here the container class is there. If you observe, make it large. So this is the container fluid, container large, container medium, small, extra large. So these are the device based, they have written containers, right? So everything it would be there. But if you want to write it, we have to write it. But so who will provide? So they have written internally, so these properties inside that. Right? So width is 100% is padding right, so padding left, margin right, margin left, they have written. So I want, so to override those properties, if you want, we can override. So by using customization, same class you have to take. So in your class, in your external CSS, then they have taken width equal to 100, right? But I want to take only 99%. So this is customization. So not only the same property we can use, this is overriding, or otherwise, so we can give along with container, I can give my container. So this is Bootstrap related class. This is my own class. So here, my own class, I will write it. So I want to override, or if you want to write, you can write extra properties also. So in that container, if you write any text, so then it would be normally black, but I want red color text font. So then we have to override. So like this, you can use one more class, our class, and we can take that class name and we can write. So same properties, it will override, or otherwise you can write extra properties also. If you want to override, sometimes it may not work, sometimes not sure 100% is. So then you have to add, if you want to override forcefully, then we have to use important keyword. So these are the basic things you should aware of before learning Bootstrap. Okay, so because if you want to customize it, because every time we should not use Bootstrap related classes, right? Sometimes I don't like Bootstrap related colors. So I want to use my own colors. Then you can override. We can do customization. So that is the advantage of Bootstrap. Okay, so these are the things we have discussed yesterday. So now how to do the Bootstrap environment we have seen yesterday. So there are two ways. So one is, so by using Bootstrap CDN links. So CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. So means some third party vendors will provide the URLs, just we will use it, that thing. So what they will write internally, just now we have seen, right? So these classes will provide. Even so I can provide one Bootstrap framework, right? One CSS related framework, Chiru framework. How? Just I will write container related class inside that CSS file. So if you use Chiru container, then so what are the properties I'm writing inside the Chiru container? It will give those things here. It's similar to external CSS file, right? That's it. Okay, fine. So we have discussed about CDN links. Second one is not new thing. We know it is similar to external file. See, this is the URL, right? Just Control S. So wherever you want to use, for example, our project is where it is available desktop. Okay, so something ATM batch something. So inside that you have Java. This is CSS, right? So CSS folder, you can save it. If it is JavaScript or jQuery related files inside the JS folder, you can save. So later we can use like similar to external // JS folder. So we have to give the path of the JS. If it is CSS, how to write the relative path? // CSS /, then we have to give the external that Bootstrap related CSS file. So either you can use CDN or otherwise. So we have to download Bootstrap related CSS, JavaScript, so jQuery files, and keep it inside our folder structure. So that folder structure, we are experts. So how to create web structure we have seen at the time of HTML only. So pages folder would be there, CSS, JS, images. So what is that? Others, entertainment, we have created structure, right? Initial days. So in that JS, all the JavaScript jQuery files, CSS, all the CSS files we have to keep inside. Then we have to access similar to the external JS and external CSS. So that is second approach. We know second approach, but first approach, this is the first time we are seeing. So that's why, so I have given this first approach by using CDN. So these CDNs file provided by the, Max CDN, bootstrapcdn.com. So another one, Google APIs, and third one is Cloudflare. So last one is Bootstrap CDN. So based on, if you want, you can get it from the somewhere else also, no issues. So it should be top organization, but it should not be like small organization CDNs we should not use, because sometimes that servers may down, then entire your application will not work. Okay, so that's why most of the time they will not believe CDN files, but coming to the performance wise, CDNs are better than normal downloaded files. Okay, so based on their requirement, if it is small organizations, they will use mostly Google related CDNs, because if it is Google is down, so then we can't work even small application, right? So without Google, we can't develop even single application nowadays. So that's why, we prefer CDNs of mostly related to the Google or Microsoft top MNCs, top organization related CDNs. Okay, fine. So after that, we have discussed about grid system. So why I'm explaining these things, first time you are listening these things in the BTech level, MCA level, degree level. So this Bootstrap is not there. So Angular will not be there. React will not be there. Vue.js will not be there. But we know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. At least somewhere we heard about some syntaxes we have seen. But Bootstrap, so this React.js, we never seen that syntaxes, right? So that's why we will more focus on these things. Yeah, so generally, so Bootstrap grid system allows 12 columns. Okay, so those 12 columns can be so individual columns. Okay, so we can provide so 12, 1, 2, 3 until 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So like that it would be there. So this is one, guys, please mute your mics. 3, this is 12. So second one, you may provide so that 12 grid system into two parts. So this is, so we can take it. So one, this is 2. So that is 6 parts, 6 parts. So maybe 3 parts. So we can use 4 grids, 4 grids, 4 grids. So 3 parts we can define. So that may be, so now we can define 4 parts, 3, 3, 3 also. So based on your requirement, you have to do so those many columns. Okay, so these are the nothing but so grid system. But yesterday we have covered until here, but we did not discuss about so device level. We have discussed about parts wise, right? So that is the example we have given here. Container, so container is nothing but one space area fixed width would be there. Okay, so inside that we have to create the row. So this whole thing is one row. So these all are nothing but rows. So this individual parts, this one, so this one, so this one, okay, or this one, these all are so columns, right? So each and every container is having multiple rows. So, but each I have taken only first row, single row. Okay, you can take any one row, but I have split into 3 columns. So 3 columns, which one? This one, 1, 2, 3. So if you want, you can create individual 12 columns, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, as you wish. So 2 columns, one column is 2 parts, 4 parts, another column is 8 parts. So that is also right possible. So this is also like, so this is 12 grid. Sometimes, so one part is 4 parts, another part is 8 parts, but 2 columns only. So like that, we can create inside the row, so different columns. Okay, but now, so till now we have discussed. If you want, so I will show you output once again. So reveal in File Explorer, go to this one. So here, this is column 1. I have done the 3 parts. So if you want to give the container fluid, it will occupy the whole space. Okay, so container fluid means based on your width. So how much it is there screen wise, it will occupy whole thing. But if you want to better look and feel, so we have to give the based on the device. So we have to provide container. Okay, so even if you did not specify anything, so then it would be by default, so container fluid only. So we have discussed these points yesterday, right? So, but I want only fixed container. So then it will occupy the some fixed width based on the devices. Okay, so that would be based on like, so we have discussed about breakpoints, right? The similar way. So now we have discussed about yesterday. So that Bootstrap grid system contains 5 classes, right? Grid classes. call. So without writing anything extra small, SM small, MD medium, LG large, XL extra large. Bootstrap 5, they have introduced one more. So XXL, that is extra, double XL. So extra large screen. Okay, fine. So now we will discuss about so those devices related things now. Okay, so we will more focus on mobile related things, small devices. Okay, so same container a row would be there, class column we have specified, right? So here we need to mention the device. So then, so how many parts exactly we have done? So we need to mention. So generally it would be 12 grid, right? So we need to mention 12 grid 4. So if you want to mention small, so if you want to provide 12 grid 4, so if you want to mention small, then if you want to mention 4, so then it will take 12 grid. Okay, so same thing, it would be happening. Okay, so I did not apply so any styles here because so this is extra style. Okay, so it doesn't take care about this one. It is taking by default bootstrap related class. Earlier we have given only for column, but we did not write column SM4, right? So by default, this is one class. So this class provided by the bootstrap. So they did not provide any styles for that. That's why it is giving like this. But I want to apply some styles for this, right? So let me apply my own classes. Okay. So I'm writing at present style. If you want, you can use space with our class name as you wish. Okay. So for example, if you write my call, so you can use my call here. So instead of writing style attribute. Okay. So that my call related things would be applicable here. Right? Similar way, we have to apply. So my call, this is nothing but customization. So my call would be applicable for here. So now, so those properties, because we have already created, we are using as it is. So if you want to special colors, then you have to write special wise each and every grid. Okay, each and every column you have to write it. So then my call one, I'm writing, I don't want to write all those things. Okay, instead of my, okay, we can provide my means our own. So background color, so light green, so light pink, my call 2, my call 3, background color. For understanding, I'm saying we are doing our, what is that? Customization. So something like yellow, light salmon, something is there. So we have to write my call 1, 2. So I want to change different colors for the columns. Yeah. Okay. So this is the way you have to do it. So if you want to write down, so this is we have written, so we have applied. So that's responsiveness, right? So if it is mobile device, it doesn't support that much width, right? So that's why in the mobile device, it will give one by one. So who is taking care about all those things? Bootstrap. So this grid system will take care by the, so who is that? So Bootstrap grid system. So certain, what is that certain device weight, it will identify. So then it will convert into so normal. So within the single. So they have written, so for a tab level device until, so it will identify if they found some breakpoint, so then immediately, so it will change the, so within the single row, we will find out. So I want to do it customization for these big points. Yes, we can do. For that, we will use media queries. Okay, so we will discuss separate concept media queries. I will explain. So once we complete until so buttons or alerts until there. Okay, but at present, think about we are using by default breakpoints that is provided by the Bootstrap. But I want to provide customization that is what is the one of the advantages of Bootstrap? So easy to understand and customization. We have already done one customization. We are applying our own styles. No, sir, I don't want to apply. So one more class, I want to apply same style. Yes, you can do that one also. Same class, you can take it. So you can change the colors overriding. So two ways to change the or overriding the data. So one is you can apply our own class. We have seen this is class level grouping. Otherwise, same class, you can take Bootstrap class and you can change the properties. Any approach, no issues. Okay, fine. So this is nothing but grid system about Bootstrap. So now we will move to the typography. Oh, if you want, so you can take this. So because this example is enough for the grid system. So I have sent CDN files also. You can use the same CDNs. Okay, fine. So do you want, I think you have done this diagram, right? If you want to write it simple way, you can write it. So if it is already done, just ping me. So it's done or not. Okay. So everyone is done. I need ping from everyone because I got feedback. So that is the reason. So based on your feedback only, I'm taking classes. Everyone is done this diagram, right? Okay. So then sometimes they may ask your notes. So in that time, you have to show the notes. Okay, sir, we have done already these things. Okay, fine. Yeah, now we will move to the. Sir, I did not write notes, sir. So I will see the recording, then I will write it. Don't say like that. So whenever we have to discuss, so try to do it immediately, or otherwise, even if you listen the recording also, but immediately you have to write the notes. But don't delay for that. Otherwise, so it will take too much of time. So later stage, if you think about for notes, okay, we have recordings, we have listen. This type of laziness you will get it. But if you write down notes, right, then what is the advantage? If you read some other tutorials, you will add those points also in your notes. So then you will read entire thing. So my notes and you can add remaining things. But if you listen only recordings or if you listen only my classes, then you can't maintain proper notes. So only my notes is not sufficient, right? If you go for the higher level. So you need to add some extra points, right? Sometimes Google doesn't give immediate results. It will take too much of time for that. So meanwhile, if you read one's notes, then you know where it is available exactly. So based on that, we can do it immediately. Okay, fine. So Bootstrap typography. So in the middle, I'm drinking water. Okay, at the time of recording, so something I'm doing. Okay, just think about only drinking water. Okay, so if I pause sometimes, that is drinking water. Yeah. So what is typography? So typography is used for styling and formatting the text content. Okay, so generally why we have to use this typography, but where we have to use typography. So generally it is used for headings, subheadings, so text and paragraph, so lists, and sometimes we will use for inline elements. Okay, so we know where we have to use text content. Headings would be there, paragraphs would be there inside the div, inside the list. So these are the areas we will use text content, right? So there it would be applicable. So Bootstrap classes. Even so in the typography, so whenever we have to use H1, so we know it will follow some font size, right? We know. So H1 to H6. So size will decrease. We have already learned at the time of HTML. So each one is the highest size. So H6 is the least size. Size will decrease from top to bottom. So how much? So in the Bootstrap level, it will occupy so 40 pixels for the heading H1. So then it will decrease. So like so 32 pixels H2. So do not by heart all these things. So by default, it will take Bootstrap these many pixels. Just we have to use it. Okay, once you have to remember. So later onwards, you have to use it. So H3, so 28, H4, 24, H5, 20 pixels, and H6 is the 16 pixels. This is the, so this is the, so least size. So now where we have to use, okay, if you want, I will check it out. These are small things. So at present, I'm not focusing on customization. So I'm not focusing on columns. See, this code is common code. Okay, so whichever the code we are writing inside the Bootstrap, this is common code. So inside the container, we have to write inside the row. So even this container row also not required. At present, we are not focusing on row. So if you want, you can write it single row, but okay, but container. So inside that, we will write the whatever the things. So I'm writing H1. Hello, this is heading 1, something. Similar way, I'm writing 3 only. I don't want to write 6 for easy to understand. So just H1, H2, H6, I will write it. Save. So if you observe, see this one. So by default, Bootstrap will provide the control 0. Actually, this is the actual size, but I'm zooming for better understanding it like this. Okay. So hello, this is heading 1. This is 40 pixel. This is 32 pixel. This is 16 pixels. Okay. So we'll provided by the Bootstrap decided these classes. So what they will do internally? Nothing. We know style. So we know element selector, this is the way. So they will write font size, some 40 pixels. Just a second. Yeah, fine. So here, what we have to do, just so font size, they have given 40 pixels like this. So if you don't want 40 pixels, then I want to write it customization 60 pixels. That is provided by the Bootstrap, but I don't like it. So I want to use, make it 60 pixels. So this is customization. So by default, even so this class generally, we have to write it inside the CSS. But element selector, we should not write this part. So they have written, just if you write the element name H1, so Bootstrap people will write the some styles. If you want to apply customization, I don't like so that normal color, but H1 should be so everywhere, entire application. Actually, we will write external style, but I have used the internal, but actually we have to use the our own external. So, but entire application, right? So here font size is there. I want to apply only H1, so red color. So this is our own customization. See, only heading 1 we have done the customization, but these all are provided with Bootstrap classes. If you want, we can do the customization. Earlier, we have done, now Bootstrap will take care. So now you understand the clear cut about Bootstrap, right? So and how to do the customization. So I'm pinging this entire code. So now we have seen the heading level similar way. So we have to apply multiple classes, but I don't want to write each and every class, but I will just write down, but I don't want to test it each and everything. They have given too many things. Okay, so we will write few things, then you can understand. So generally, so inside the heading, similar way, so we can write. Okay, so I'm writing simple. Okay, we have used H1 only. Okay, remove this one, customization not there. You can think like that, only Bootstrap. So H1, I'm writing heading 1. Similar way, you can write anything. So H2, H3 or H4, anything just for this one. So you can use some paragraph or div or anything, you can use it. Okay, so like this, they have given some classes display. So this is more bigger than heading tags. So they have given class equal to display one. This is the class names they have used. So these all are provided by the Bootstrap. Display 2, display 3. So heading, you can write it heading 3 something. So display 4 like that. So they have given. So who provided by the display 1, display 2, display 3, display 4 classes? Provided by the Bootstrap. I have given only 2 examples, but remaining examples, see, some font family, they have changed it, right? It looks good. So if you want to customization, then provide display 1 class red color, right? So same earlier story we have given. So style again, custom, actually we need to use external, okay, but I'm using internal for better understanding. So display 1, so I'm writing color orange red, or otherwise I can apply background color. So font size as you wish. Okay, see, now you understand, right? So that display 1 style is doesn't applicable for orange red. So did you observe? Same class, but color is not coming. So what we have to do? So important. So whether it will apply or not, we will see. So it's not applicable. Orange red display spelling mistake. Yeah, class selected. Yes, correct. Yeah, so whenever we have to do, if I did mistakes, then immediately you can tell me. Yeah, so heading 1, that color got came. Even without important also, we will check it out. So mostly it works. If it doesn't work, then you have to override with important keyword. That's it. Still it is working. Okay, without important. So normally whenever we have to write the class name, so it will override. So if it doesn't override, so that particular property, you have to apply the important keyword. Okay, exclamatory important. So what are the things we have seen earlier? So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 element selectors we have seen. So now display 1, display 2, display 3, display 4. Similar way, so they have given. So just I'm writing. So only class names you can imagine later. Okay, so just text center, you can check each and everything. Okay, so list inline. Okay, only text related things first we will write it. So text muted. Okay, so text lowercase. Text lowercase. So text uppercase. Okay, so text capitalize first letter. Okay, capitalize. So text. So what else is there? Center we have right here. So if you want, we can trim also, truncate would be there. So capitalize all those things. Okay, fine. So text related things, it's over. So now if you want, we can write it text left also would be there. So we can use those things. Okay, fine. Okay, let me write down those things. Okay, and also we can use font related things. So font weight. So actually, so normally we have to use font weight is the property bold, but in CSS they have given font weight bold is there. So one more same thing, but they will provide, sorry, it is not copy, font weight bolder. So this is a little bit bold more. Similar way, light is there, lighter is there. So these all are the text related styles provided by the, so who? Bootstrap. Sir, why we have to use all those things? Don't worry. If you know CSS, you can do it immediately, or otherwise you can apply lighter. So similar way, so they have given like too many things for block code. So like mark, and as well as we have used, so what is that text break also it would be there. So and as well as small tag would be there. You can apply for all the tags internally. So they have written some styles for that. Okay. So if you want, you can write down, so remaining classes of typography. So we have seen element level and display level, but these are the so remaining things. So remaining classes of type. If you want, just mention only class names. So if you want, so write down, you can write down. Otherwise, I will tell you for practice Bootstrap level. So Bootstrap 4, so this is more than enough. Double three scores. This is the best site for practice also. So typography. So if you come down, see. So these all are the typography related classes. If you want to practice, just click try it, check it out how it looks like. Okay, so these are the text related, font related, all those things would be there, but we should not use all those things in real time. So we will use only few things. So in that text related things, we will use it. Font related things, we will use it. So that's why I have more focused on those things. I have written down those things here. Okay, so sometimes we will use small one also, and sometimes we may use some mark also if you want to. So e-commerce web application, we have to do it mark, right? Highlighted the text content, so mark we will use. So that's why based on the situation we will use it, otherwise we will write our own CSS. Okay, so write down fast. So if everyone is done, then I will move to the colors. Just pick me, everyone, I need a response from everyone. Bootstrap is completely trial and error. Just know the class and apply the class. So then what's happening? So not more than that. So if you know the CSS, then Bootstrap is nothing. So this is not like JavaScript. We want to learn something else. So just you have to apply the class names and what's happening, then we will see. Okay, that is the thing about Bootstrap. So now we will discuss about Bootstrap colors. So this is very, very important because in the entire Bootstrap, so we will discuss more focus on these colors only. Okay, yeah. So generally Bootstrap provides so many classes. If you want to, so text color should be highlighted. So we have already discussed a few things at the time of typography, but we will discuss actual colors here. Okay, so what are those colors? Text muted. So these things are very important. Text primary, Just remember these class names. At least if you remember these class names, this entire Bootstrap, so those class names only we will use it. I will tell you, just note down. So before that dot is there, I'm not writing the dot. Class names always we have to use dot, that is class, right? Okay, so text success, success, text info, text warning, text danger, text primary, it's over, right? Okay, if you want to write it easily, you can write here for remembering easily, right? So text primary, secondary, success, info, warning, danger. So next, so it would be dark, so light, and sometimes we will use body also. So sometimes text white also we have to use body. Okay, so last two things we will use very rare case, but until here we will use regularly. Okay, so we will see directly example. Just write down these class names. So directly we will see the example. Okay, fine. Then right. I got this one also feedbacks. Sir, he is writing, but immediately he is erasing. So that's why. So I don't want to do it. So I will wait some time. If it is done, then ping me. So then right. Okay, fine. So now we will focus on colors now. So if I move somewhere else, if you need, sir, could you please wait some time? So for that, just ping me wait, then I will wait. Okay, so based on your request, I can do anything without informing anything. So how can I understand each and every person request, right? It is very difficult. So if you need anything, you can ping me. I'm observing those pings. So what are the things you required? Sometimes, so if I remove any, so example, or if I did not send this example, or if I remove that paint related things, so immediately you can ping me. I will do Control Z. Okay, don't worry regarding that. But without requesting, I can't do anything. Okay, fine. Yeah, so now what we have to do it. So only this part only we have to change if you want. So you can write, okay, we know body, right? Why we have to write this content. Yeah, I'm trying to write, so list of those names, right? For that you can use OL or UL something. Small indentation. Okay, I'm writing list of items. So list, I'm writing, so muted class. Okay, so similar way, I'm writing list of items here first. So how many classes? You can apply those classes, you can check, or otherwise I will show you fast. So this is primary, secondary, at least I will show you important things. So this is, so success, this is, so warning, info, danger. So just remember these things, primary, secondary. So info, success, warning, danger. These things regularly we will use it. Okay, just remember those things. Okay, so muted sometimes. Okay, class equal to, so normal text, muted. Similar way, we are writing. So I did not write remaining things, but you have already noted down those classes. You can apply. Okay, so here, what is this? Primary. So this is secondary. This is success. So just I'm telling these things, just remember. So success means green color. So if you want to provide any registration button, so then we have to give the green color button, right? So that is success. Warning means orange color. So in Bootstrap, we have classes for everything, for every time. So in Bootstrap, we have to create classes for everything, for every time. So we should not create any classes. So we are not creating, right? So if you want to do customization, then only we have to create, or otherwise, so these classes we have to use it. But these classes created by the Bootstrap. Okay, understand, Subham? In Bootstrap, we have to create classes for everything, for every time, not required. So Bootstrap will create all these classes, just we are using. So bank application, if you go to the bank, so they don't want to write any logic, just they will use bank application. Okay, fine. Yeah, so whenever you want to use every time, so these class names, we have to use it, but no need to create those classes. That's it. Yeah, warning. So this is info. So this is danger. So this is muted, we have seen, right? So this is, I did not write anything. So if you want, you can write dark. So two more are there, body and light is there. Okay, you can try it. If you write all, okay, we will write those two, what's happening. So we will see first time, next time onwards, we will skip few things. Otherwise it will take too much of time. So body and as well as light. So dark, dark class. So this is, so body class. So this is light. Okay, so I'm writing text for visibility. Now we will check in. But remember, so primary, secondary, success. Success means I said, right? So this is green, this is warning orange, info blue, danger red, dark means we know black. So body also it would be like dark black. So light means background would be light. We will see all those things one by one. Where is that one? It's not there. Yes. So muted, some gray color. Primary, blue. Secondary, it is similar to the gray only, normal green, slight gray. So this is dark. Yes, success, green. Warning, orange. Info, it's similar to the, so we know surf color, right? So that type of things. Primary, blue. So danger, red. So dark means dark color. Black, it's similar to. So body also, it would be complete black. So light means some, if you want to observe some light color, light class there, you observe, it's very light gray. Okay. So these are the colors are available for the Bootstrap. If you want to develop anything, so just remember, these all are not for, so internet is good only, right? So are you able to hear? It is coming something, your internet is not good. So are you able to hear? Just ping me. Yeah. Okay, fine. So here it is showing small pop-up. So your internet connection is unstable. That's why I asked. Okay, fine. So these are the classes, and these classes not only applicable for only text. These classes would be applicable for entire Bootstrap, for buttons, for alerts, for tables, everywhere we will use, but some situation they may not use one or two, but most of the class names we will use. So these classes only. If it is button, so they will give button primary, button secondary. So button primary, button secondary. So button light, same. That's why. So just remember, so at least one text related things. So later stage, you should not remember. It would be common for entire all the things. Okay. So just remember. So how it looks like for for each and everything. Will provide so 1,000 classes. Do we need to remember all those? Not required. So just remember these 10 classes. So it would be common for entire Bootstrap. So just instead of text, we will change a button, we will change a table, like that we will change it one by one. Okay, so just remember only this example. So I don't want to send entire code. I'm sending body related code by unnecessarily CDN files. Sir, what if you have to use other than these colors? So I told you, right? So we have to use our own colors. Voice is breaking. Guys, reminding guys, is it voice is breaking? Voice is breaking. Okay, just a second. Let me switch off the fan. So is it fine? Is it fine or still breaking? Guys, fine or still breaking? Now fine, right? Okay. Yeah. So someone is asking me, sir, if I want to provide our own color, so we know a list, right? So we have to write the my own class text. So you can write class equal to my own color text. Okay. So just provide. So inside the head, actually this is external. So just dot copy. So now you understand, right? So color orange red is not there. So I can write orange red long. So we will see my own class. Okay? Yeah. So this is the way actually my daughter is playing games in the tab. So that's why that internet is breaking because she's listening recording, right? Videos. Yeah, here, but it is 100 Mbps. Why it is doing like this? I did not understand. Let me check how is it. She stopped now. Okay, so now it's fine. Yeah, so this is the way we have to create our own class. Even if you want to override, so we can override this color also. Text warning only, we will keep it as it is, but I don't like it. So that orange color is not like it. Okay, so then you have to copy as it is class name. So then provide color. So orange. So our orange in both, or okay, let me danger primary something we will provide here orange red or other color. Okay, some orchid. I don't like orange. Sometimes I'm using orchid instead of warning. I don't want that orange color. I like this orchid. So then go there. See here. Okay, still it doesn't change, right? Text warning same, but it doesn't change. So because here warning class as it is, for that what we have to do? Again it is missing. No, semicolon is missing. That is CSS properties, right? So not required. So if it is, if you write one more property, then only it is required. So otherwise for single thing not required semicolon. Yeah, so now what we have to do, important, we have to use it. We will check it out whether it is working or not. Fifth one. Yeah, now it is working. I said clearly, right? Earlier we have seen one approach. Now we have seen one more approach. Normally it will apply So normally it will apply. If it is doesn't work, then you have to apply the important keyword. So now you understand the previous one and while using important. So earlier without if sir, is there any reason why it doesn't apply sometimes? Yes, actually, so Bootstrap will take care about the normal classes. So it will give the high priority for the Bootstrap. Sometimes what happen, we need to give the priority. Some Bootstrap may give this important keyword. We have seen, I think we have discussed a lot at the time of inline, internal, and external styles, right? So Bootstrap may have given. So generally, what is the priority of inline, internal, external? Inline greater than, internal greater than, external. For example, so I want to make it external should be first priority. Then what we have done? External property we have given important. So generally inline, but we have given so forcefully priority to the external CSS. Even if you give both places, so in the external also, again in inline also, if you give the important keyword, again it will give the priority for the inline. The similar way, so these colors may be text warning. So in the Bootstrap level, they have given important. They are giving priority to the Bootstrap one only. Even if you write the same color also, it will give the more priority to the Bootstrap. You have overridden, but still they have given high priority for that. Okay. So in those scenarios, we need to override. So then we are forcefully overriding. That's why it is applicable, this one. Okay. So these are the things. So just go for 5 to 10 minutes break and come back. So then I will try to close until 10 o'clock this class. Okay. So go for, so let me check with Pooja. Pooja, are you there? Okay, fine. So I will discuss remaining things. So just go for 5 to 10 minutes break and come back. So then we will discuss about remaining classes of Bootstrap. Okay, thank you. Go for and come back within 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. So guys, some members, so they left, so within the middle only, so they are experts in this bootstrap or what? So because at the time of joining, so you should decide so whether we have to listen or not. So if you have any other works, just inform to Pooja or someone. So because, so if you go out, okay, we have recording sessions, we will listen later. So this type of situations in your mind, so then you should not concentrate much more on this. So why we have to provide the recordings? So if any emergency, then you have to use recordings. So otherwise, unnecessarily, you are losing your hope, because if we did not provide the recordings, then what you have to do? So I think at least 6 members left, right? So one thing, they are experts in this technology. Second thing, so okay, we have recordings, we can listen later. So this type of situation. So that's why that is not correct approach. So if it is emergency, then only you can leave the meeting and you can do that work and you can come back. Or otherwise you can listen the recordings. Otherwise, we will stop recordings, then what you have to do? So you must so listen, right? So think like that only. Okay, fine. So now we will discuss about tables. So these tables are very, very important in the Bootstrap. So what is Bootstrap tables? So at the time of interview, I have seen, so most of them, they are thinking we know, but they don't know. So how to so use exactly those things, because I have asked the questions for the few members. I think so maximum 5 members, they are very confident. So I like everyone should be same like those 5 members. So that is the reason. So they think we know, but at the time of interviews, at the time of we are conducting tests, so then we can understand so how much knowledge they are getting. So that's why, so try to attend all the classes, try to practice each and every class, even though if you know, it would be revision for you, but do not miss even single class. So that is the first priority you have to give. Okay, so don't forget. So I think if Pooja is there, then I will inform to Pooja. So please note down those guys. So the persons who are leaving. Otherwise, I will take screenshot. This would be better. Okay, I will save. So we will inform to admin. I think so. The persons who have taken interview, right? So I think the top 5 or top 10. So what I have seen, those members stayed here. Remaining members which are not doing well, those members only left the things. I know. So because the persons who are listening, so they knew so how to listen. So even if you know also we have to listen, so then only we can learn more things. Even out of 10 questions, so I know 8 questions, but still I want to listen only those 2 questions. I need to bear so remaining 8, because as a faculty we need to focus on all the students level. But as a expert level, so he needs to think about only those 2 I don't know, but remaining 8 no. Okay, fine, it would be revision those 8, but those 2 I never listen these 2 things. So this is the first time I'm listening. So that type of so situation or that type of mentality you should have. Okay, fine, leave it. Okay, now we will discuss about tables. So why I'm giving these point sites, it would be very helpful for you in future. So that is the reason I'm explaining all these things sometimes. So you can think this is like it would be very useful for you in future in the real time level. Okay, fine. So what is tables? So for tables also we will apply same similar to those things, but here so we will so use classes different approach. Okay, so we will write one simple table, then how to apply those things we will see. But here what are the classes we will use? So minimum simple class we will use table. So table striped, we know. So alternative even and odd. So table bordered. Okay. So table, so mouse over. So that is H over. So table dark color, so black. So table, so combination of we can use so dark and striped. So both the things we can apply. So this is nothing but CSS class level grouping, what we discussed earlier. So striped and similar way. So table dark. So table mouse over H over. Okay. So I don't want so any border. So borderless. So here for each and every table, so minimum thing is basic table class. So that's why, so this is table striped. So then, so table board, because table class is providing some properties, table border, table stripe, table HO. So these classes will provide the some properties. So if you write like this class level grouping, so if any properties are available inside the table, those properties, for example, two properties are available, in this five properties are available. If these two properties and these five properties are different, total we will get it seven properties. So how did you understand? For example, here color is there, font size is there. So those two here, so table style, they may use font family, border radius, so font size, something different other than these two properties. But now we will get total seven properties, 2 plus 5. If it is common property, then it will override. So that override latest class related property will override. Okay, so that is nothing but class level grouping we have already learned at the time of CSS. Similar way here, table is having common property. That common property along with those properties, I want so remaining properties. So that's why we are using class level grouping. Okay, so this is the way we have to use table related classes. So now we will create table fast. So customization remove. Did I ping the earliest? Guys, please ask. So I may forgot. So you should ask the example. Okay, I will ping you only body. Without requesting, I may forgot. So that is the reason. So if I forgot something, then you can remember or you can request me immediately. I will send the example. Yeah, fine. So Control Z. What is this? Okay, fine. Let me remove manually. Yeah. So now I'm trying to create table inside the container. Normal table. So generally we know, so table head would be there. So T body would be there. So even without T head, T body also we can write it. But normally if you want to write one level layer extra, we will use this one. Okay. So inside the T head, we will write so table row. So this is for heading level, TH. Okay. So product ID. So one table heading. So another, so this thing table product name, and third one is product price. So if you want to understand clearly, okay, so like this product price. So T header is over. So now we need to go to the T body. So inside the T body, again, we have to write the table row. So here I'm writing, so product ID is 101, but where we have to write? Inside the TD. So data always we have to write either TD or TH. If it is heading, TH. If it is data, TD. Similar way, we have to write it. So three things. So product name, Samsung. TV. So this one price is some 40,000 rupees. Okay, so now similar way we have to write one more table row. So I don't want to write much more. So just I'm writing 3. So 1 or 2. So this is 1 plus 70. So mobile. So this is I'm writing some 50,000 or some 30,000. So this is 1 or 3. This is Dell monitor. Okay, so Dell monitor something 20,000. Save. This is normal table. Till now, I did not write anything. Normal table I have created. So now I'm trying to apply. So if you write table class equal to table, so just we have applied. So table related some properties they have written inside the Bootstrap, it is applicable. Yes. So by default, if you write table, so it looks good, right? Compared to the previous one. So now onwards, so I don't want to write it different tables. So I'm using same thing for practice purpose. So you can utilize like this only table. So first one, I may use striped one. Okay. So then check it out. Stripe scheme. So then I want to provide bordered one. So initially border is not there, right? Surroundings. So now I have applied bordered. So if you mouse over table H over, then see. So if you mouse over, it will change the color. So if you want dark color, we have already seen all these classes. So now we are applying. So table dark, so dark color. So if you want both dark and so table dark and as well as striped also if you want. So we can apply multiple CSS classes, right? This is nothing but class level grouping. We know already. So mosquitoes are there if you switch off the fan. Okay, fine. So here, so if you mouse over, sorry, 2 times dark I have written. So striped. See, so this is stripe related things I have written. So here some light, I think gray something is there, right? A little bit. So now if you want to write stable H over, then mouse over. So table dark, this thing, all the things would be there and mouse over. So if you don't want borderless, so directly you can write this one. We know already normal things. So borderless. Yeah, even nothing would be there. So they have removed even normal border. So no, sir, I don't want to apply all these things. Control X, this is a normal thing it will display. Okay, only table. So these borders also they have removed if you want. So table borderless. So these are the classes we have to use for the table. Sometimes, sir, so the only black and white movie, only light gray, all those things, I want colorful, right? So then we have to use contextual classes. Okay, so contextual. Okay, so we will see one by one those colors. Same again, old story we have learned at the time of text. Primary, success, danger, info, warning. So here light, dark is there, but here we will write active also extra thing. Okay, that's why only 1 or 2 it will change, but remaining things would be common. Okay, so where we have to apply? So table row level we can apply. So these things, primary, secondary, all those things, because so colorful, right? So for that, so here class equal to so table. Okay, so we have to use success. means green color it will display. Earlier text success, now table success. See, entire background would be green color. Okay, so this compared to the previous one, looks good, right? No, sir, I want to apply different colors for the, so these things remaining table rows, you can apply all those things what we have learned earlier, info, warning, danger, all those things. That's why I said remember those things. So info, warning, danger, so success, so primary, secondary, these things would be common for all the things. Success, info, warning, danger. Okay, now we will check it out. See. Okay, so this is nothing but so contextual classes for the table we have applied similar to text, primary, secondary. So what is that? Info, warning, success, danger. Okay, even same thing, light, dark also we can use it. So these are the things about table. Okay, just I will ping you. So container or body something. Okay, so these are the nothing but so table related things. So now we will focus on images. Okay, so after images, I will stop this. So then we will discuss so QA, so question and answers. Then I will give the summary points. Okay, fine. So just remove table. Okay, same story, only bold one. So if you want those things, I will write down special classes of table if you want to write it. Same story, table. Okay, we will write directly class name. Why we have to write table? So primary, write down if you want the persons who are writing, you can write down. So primary, secondary, so success, info, info, warning, warning, danger. So primary, secondary, success, info, warning, danger. So these are the main things. So now we can apply. So light, table light, so table dark. These are the regularly we have to use it. But extra thing is here. So table active is there. That is the extra thing. Okay. So remaining all are we know earlier. So these things we have seen table related special, but these are common for so all the text. So radio what is that text and as well as buttons, alerts, all those things. Just a second. Yeah, fine. Okay, so now we will go for the Bootstrap images. So is it completed or still writing? Just please let me know fast. Someone is pinging me. So I'll get sir to change width of the specific column. So we use Bootstrap class or CSS. Yeah, we can change it based on the Bootstrap class. If you want customization, we can use our own. Okay. Yeah, I will discuss all those things after completion of class. So we have Q&A session, then you can ask those questions. So done, right? Okay, fine. Bootstrap images. Okay. So for images also, they have given so different things. Even if you want to do so responsive also, we can do it, right? So here generally, so rounded images would be there. Okay, if you want to make it circle related things, and if you want to make it so rounded means like we have learned border radius, right? So that type of rounded corners, that type of rounded would be there. Circle, so entire image should be circle. So thumbnail, we have to provide some border, okay? And as well as we have to display, so left side or right side where we have to move. For that also we have to use float left and float right, okay? Fine. So, and moreover, if you want to display, you can display in the center also. All those things we will see now. Yeah. So now first we will take one image. So now I think I have already pinged this data, right? Okay, fine. So now why these guys are calling? Yeah, so now what we have to do, so we have to write the image. So inside the image, so we need to provide the source. So we will give the relative path if you want. So is there any images inside? No, nothing is there. So let me take it about one image. So I want to take this one is the image. Okay, save this one. So where we want to save, what is the project name? So reveal in File Explorer. So e-hospitals images. Copy that path. So where is that path? So we have saved. So here, paste it. Click enter. So I want to store here. So my image something. Okay. So this is PNG, right? Okay, no issues. So here, so we want to provide // images slash. So image name is myimg.png. Okay, so that's it. So now we need to apply the classes of image. Okay, class equal to, if you want to provide, okay, normal image we will see. So then later we will apply. Okay, save. Okay, so this is the image we are displaying. It is very big image is coming. Okay, if you want, we will provide the width and height. So width equal to something 200 pixels, equal to some 200 pixels, something we will use it. So if you want quotes or without also it work. Yeah, we will check it out. Okay, control 0. So it is in already 0 position. Okay, make it big. So I think little bit tall, right? So we will give height more. So with the height 350 we will give. Then it looks good image. So it also required. What is this adjustment? Make it 300. Yeah, so now it looks good. Okay, I'm giving small break, or otherwise you can give the padding. So just for understanding, that image should be down a little bit. Okay, so now check the corners. Okay, so what's happening? So for that, we have to apply class equal to rounded. Okay, based on that, see, little bit border radius they have applied. If you use CSS, so we can use this one. No, sir, I don't want to use their rounded. I can use, so my own, again, go to this style. So you can provide image. So then you can use border radius 30 pixels, then it would be more. Okay. So if you want, make it circle. So class equal to rounded circle. Okay, so based on that, it would be circle, rounded circle will display. See. Okay, so what is this one? So we know in the CSS level, if you give the border radius more, then we will get the circle related images. Okay, similar way, thumbnail is there for that. So image thumbnail. Thumbnail. So now save. Now do it. Some border they have added, white border. So based on the, so this thing, so you have to apply. So if you want to provide, you can provide the, so float left and float right also. So if you want to move, so left side or right side. So here we have to apply. So image, we have to remove. This is similar to old story, flow left, flow left, right. Okay, it is already there. And float right. So we have removed that previous classes, right? That's why it is normally image float right. Okay, so these are the things we have to do it. So image level. Okay, so now let me first ask questions or let me review first. So what we have to do, we have to discuss summary points or we need to ask questions and answers. Which one you like it first? Summary, right? Okay, fine. So I need everyone response. Summary, yeah, good. Okay, so first now we will discuss about what is Bootstrap. Then we will go for the each and everything summary points. Can we use more than one class in image? Yeah, we can use it. So that's why I told you, right? So we have already seen if you want to apply more classes, if you want to do customization, then how can we do it? So we have to apply one more class, right? So if you want to apply border radius, I don't want little bit corner, rounded corner. If you want to more, then we have to override it. We can use multiple classes. So in the entire Bootstrap, we can apply multiple classes. Okay, but sometimes those classes should be relation should be there. Sometimes we may use so rounded corner. Sometimes we are using circle, rounded circle. So that in that scenarios, what will happen? So whichever the one will be whichever the latest one, it will override. But it should be relation, right? So sometimes I need. So what is that? Border radius. I want a little bit more. So I want to apply our own class. Then you can give more border, and by default we can use so Bootstrap related class. That is like we have to apply meaningful way, but do not apply so unnecessary classes there. So it would be confusion. Which one should I apply? Okay, so just think about before applying any multiple classes, but it is possible in Bootstrap. Yeah, so first what we discuss, what is Bootstrap? So Bootstrap is nothing but is CSS framework. Okay, so just remember first this one. So what are the advantages? So we can develop so responsive web design. Okay, so and cross browser, I'm writing only small font. So cross browser support, and also so easy to understand and so easy to customize. We have already seen. So, and also if you want to set up the Bootstrap, we know we have to use two approaches. So one is CDN and second one is so local approach, like we have to download and we have to use it. And then we have discussed about grid system. So grid system is so 12 column layout. Okay, so in this 12 columns, if you want, we can split so 4 8 4 4 4 6 6 like that, right? So here in the grid system, so we have to use so hyphen dot call hyphen. So this is for extra small. So similar way, dot, okay, I don't want to write dot, but class names we have to use dot. So this is for extra small, call hyphen small for smaller devices, call hyphen medium, so medium, so call hyphen, so large, so call hyphen, so extra large, so and as well as, so we have to use double XL also, okay, but this one breakpoint is so less than 576, so this is greater than 576. So this is like around 768 pixels. So this is around 992 pixels. This is 1200. Okay. So these are the breakpoints for the class. Okay. So now after that we have discussed about, so two types of containers we are using. So one is fixed container and second one is the fluid container. So fluid container, it will occupy the entire the device, but fixed container based on the size and breakpoints, it will occupy the space. Okay, so containers. So we have discussed about container and container fluid class. So next one, so inside the container, so we have to provide the rows. Inside the rows, we have to split into columns. So that columns, as you wish, you can split so multiple columns based on the 12. So then later we have discussed about so typography. So typography is applicable for headings, subheadings, so text, links. So these type of scenarios we will apply. So by default, they will give for a heading tag some pixels. So normally 40 pixel for H1, so H2 32, H3 28, 24, 20, and 16. These are the order. And not only these classes for text, so we can apply different like text related, font related things we can apply. So we have discussed text muted, text color, text center, so font weight bold or font weight bold, light, lighter. So these all classes we can apply for the text. So then we have discussed about colors. So these are the colors you have to remember. So those colors for the text level, text muted, text primary, success, info, warning, danger. Okay. So after that, so light is there, dark is there. So then body is there extra. These are the main colors we will use for text, not only for text, even buttons, even alerts, we have to use for the tables, right? So this is the colors we have to remember for entire Bootstrap. So 12th is, so if you want to create tables, so then we have to use table striped, bordered, so mouse over, H over, so then table H over, borderless, and stripe. If you want to combine, we can combine the multiple classes, right? So and so if you want, we can apply same story, primary, secondary, success, danger, info, warning, all those things, but extra active class is extra here. So active, so it will display so H over color, mouse over color on the table row, that gray color it will display. That's it. Okay, if it is active. So then we have discussed about images. So images we have to provide like rounded, so and as well as rounded circle, so thumbnails and border, and as well as so left side, right side also we can move those images. So like float left, float right. So these are the things we have discussed so till now. So tomorrow we will discuss about so jump button, buttons, alerts, drop downs. So these type of things we will cover tomorrow. Okay, fine. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. So I think most of the questions you have asked at the time of chat window, but today onwards, I will give you separate time. So end of the 15 minutes. So you have to ask questions. Otherwise, I will give the first explain the summary. If any time is there, then you can ask questions. If no questions, then we will quit. Okay, no questions. I need pings from everyone if it is no questions. If any questions, you can ask. I need pings from everyone, I said. Yes. Sir, in real time, do we create HTML and 1 second, just reminding us, just hold a second. Sir, in real time, do we create HTML and use classes or copy from Bootstrap docs? Create HTML and uses classes. Means I did not understand, Alkesh. You can unmute and you can ask. So most of the time we will use only from the docs. So first we will search in Google. So if you identify immediately from Stack Overflow or something, then it is fine. But if you already practice it from the original website like Bootstrap, get Bootstrap. So if it is JavaScript, Mozilla JavaScript like that, so then you can go there and you can copy, and based on the requirement, we have to modify. That is normal way. So no, sir, I did not read any Bootstrap earlier, or I did not read even Mozilla JavaScript. Just search in Google and try to bring from there, and based on our requirement, we have to modify it. That is the order we will do. Yeah, so any other questions? In CSS, what is the meaning of position related? So this is not correct time to ask this one. So generally position 4 or 5 positions would be there, even including CSS. So in that, you should aware of all those things like sticky, static, by default. So relative, absolute, these two are, so what is that? So little bit difference would be there. So relative means absolute, so relative and absolute. Absolute means from starting onwards, from root onwards. But relative means it will depends on immediate parent onwards. So that is the major difference between absolute and as well as relative. So remaining things normal. Yeah, any other? So sir, Bootstrap class to edit width means, so if you want to, so like you are saying 12 grid system, so you want to increase the width, that is already occupied by the entire thing, right? If you want to do customization, actually flex is there. So internally they will use Bootstrap for that one. We can do in the customization level.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? So no questions, right? Okay, fine. So we will meet again tomorrow at 8 p.m. IST. Okay. So thank you so much. So if you have any questions, you can keep it with you and note down in somewhere in your notes. You can ask me tomorrow, no issues. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.